This is a Manta Sports Media presentation of 16th Region softball action. Good afternoon and welcome to West Carter Middle School for tonight's matchup between the West Carter Comets and the Menifee County Wildcats. At the table here this afternoon, we got Justin Tackett joining us here today. So Justin, say hi to the folks at home. To be two pretty well matched up teams and everything else out there as well. As we said, we got the West Carter Comets currently 0-25 on the season, still searching for that elusive first varsity win. And they're going to be taking on the visiting Menifee County Lady Wildcats, currently 1-17 on the season. And so this is going to be a very game out here today. Of course, the only win from the Menifee County Wildcats has come off of the backs of a West Carter, but that was on the back of a doubleheader in which West Carter had to play Morgan County in a first game, and then they played Menifee County in the second game. And of course, Menifee County didn't have a game on that after some actually pretty good play here in the last little bit.
Yes, they have.
Because if you take a look at this as the season goes on, they have played very competitively here. With some of these teams, they had Morgan County by a couple runs.
Yep.
And even that game with Menifee County.
In the region. Another thing too is just look how nice this field is. Zach has done a very good job on this field. It's a good day for it today.
Fantastic job with it. Lines are, just spot on. He has done, I think, as well. There's a lot to learn and a lot to kind of get into. Of course, from your experience in coaching the different sports and everything else. Of course, we were talking earlier about wrestling. So tell us a little bit about your wrestling crew that you had this year.
David Skinner, regional runner-up. He did real good for us. Michael and Ethan's done an awesome job with that. Michael also does the youth, and then Phil Rowe got kids that was regional runner-up, making the state. That's pretty good, I think.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Like I said, second year in a program and getting that far up. Used to West Carter did have a wrestling team, many, and that's partially how my brother got to do so well in his class. He offered up some bonus points if he came to the wrestling matches.
Okay, that's awesome.
So he's caught a few of those matches there. Cool, but then it kind of fell by the wayside there for a while, and I'm glad to see that it's got picked back up.
It has, and I think it's here to stay. Like I said, Michael and Ethan, they have done such an amazing job. And, they've even started with the youth. And if any good program, you got to have a good youth program. And
absolutely.
Michael has done a tremendous job, and Phil Rose helped out too.
Yeah, because it's one of those things that, I mentioned that before, of course, a long time ago when I was a volleyball coach as well, we didn't have a middle school team. We only got, we took some middle schoolers on our varsity squad, but that was about it. And, it did make it tough, not having a feeder team. And then, of course, once they got the feeder team going on, then you start seeing the results. And now you got, Coach Tackett, doing a great job with that program out there, being very competitive, putting together some 20-win seasons and everything else, in which, I had, I think, 9 wins on out of 3 seasons.
Hey, that's all right.
Hey, but, for the first time, I still remember when Nick Adams asked me to be the coach. He said, what do you know about volleyball? And I said, well, it's a sport played by girls, and there's 6 players, and there's a net and ball. And he goes, well, good, you're qualified.
That's awesome.
As we get ready here for the national anthem. And as the West Carter Comets take the field this afternoon on the mound, looks like it's going to be Emma McGlone, number 7, picking up another start here this year. Of course, West Carter usually only, they've used 3 pitchers so far this year, and Cameron Burton, Brandy McGlone, and Emma McGlone. Of course, you know, and really none of these players actually had pitched really before, or at least at a serious level.
No, they didn't have no softball last year, and these girls, this is a very young team. You know, I just hope they stick together in the years to come, and I think it's going to benefit them.
Absolutely, because I mean, you look at, you know, some of the best squads, any sport really, and you say, you know, how long have they been together?
Right.
And, you know, usually your first year players coming in and everything else, you know, there's a lot to learn. There is a huge you know, learning curve that goes along with that. And like I think back to the Elliott County with you know, that squad that they had there, you know, probably about 10 years ago or something like that.
Yes.
I mean, those kids, they pretty much grew up around each other.
Yeah, and they rolled the roost. You know, the region for, I don't know, if they wasn't regional champions, they was regional runner-up and district champs. I mean, they were good.
It was like nonstop, constant. You know, you heard about them. Of course, Timmy Nip, you know, former West Carter player, transferred over that way, got to play with them for a while, and I mean, you know, and they were a very special team.
Yes, they was.
And so as we get ready to go here, first batter here for the Menifee County Wildcats coming up, and it's going to be Gracie Rogers, the shortstop.
Grace Rogers.
And that one is a hit towards second base. That one is fielded and over in time. So, yeah, that's going to be one away here for West Carter in the top of the first inning.
Next up for the Lady Cats, number 21, Bailey Ledford.
So now we got Bailey Ledford up to the play now, or up to the bat. And that one's going to be called ball 1. Second pitch here by McGlone. It's going to be just a touch low, ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be high, ball 3.
Just a bit outside.
Always love that off of Major League.
Yes, sir. One of my all-time favorite movies.
Say, just a touch outside. Ball 4, ball 8.
Yeah.
And that's going to put a runner on first base as the second up to bat there, Ledford, heads down toward first base. And so now that's going to be bringing up the third batter, Deanna Meadows, the right fielder.
Number 40, Deanna Meadows.
And that's a good pitch right down the middle there, strike 1.
There we go. Found the groove now.
And that's a big thing about baseball, is just getting in there and, you know,
finding that strike zone and being consistent.
That's going to be a pass ball. Runner's going to be advancing on toward second base. So it'll be 1-1 here to Meadows. So Lefford's on second base. That one just missed the outside corner, so it's going to be 2-1. That one's fouled off into the net here. I said, no matter how many times I'm back here, you know, once I get that, it's like, oh, good night. There's a ball right there.
Yeah, it just got me, Jeff.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a little bit low in the zone, so full count here to Meadows.
Probably every single day except for
And that one's hit right back up the hole right there to the pitcher. And that's going to put runners on the corners here for the Wildcats. It's always a dangerous hit right there when you...
Yes, it was. That was a shot.
It's one of those, I remember playing church league softball, and I mean, that's the one shot you never want to have to try to make, is either one down the hot corner or one straight up the pipe.
Yep.
That's going to be a little bit low, ball one.
Looks like Meadows is stowed second.
Advanced on, so we'll have runners at second and third. That's going to be high up in the zone, ball two.
There we go.
That's going to be hit toward the short. A little bit of a bobble, taking a look, and that is going to put one across for Menifee County.
It's hard judging balls, Jeff.
Oh, it is.
Now batting for Menifee County, first baseman, Gabrielle Jones.
So Jones now up to bat here for Menifee County. As the runner advances on to second. And that one's up and just over the net. So that'll be foul ball. So 1-1 the count here to Jones. Still runners at second and third. One out here for the Comets. And that one's in the dirt. So it'll be 2-1 here to Jones.
Way to watch it, Gabby.
That one's going to be a little bit low, so 3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1.
Here to the first baseman. Not a way to start out that you want the game to start out, but you know, they had a very good opening out.
They did.
And that's going to be high up in the zone, and so that's going to walk the bases loaded.
Let's go, Allie!
Come to the plate for Menifee County. Center fielder number
Coach
10.
steps out,
Allison King.
talked to his hurler there, and tried to get her settled down here into the rhythm.
Yeah, it's a big night, senior night, Jeff.
Motions are always going on.
Yeah.
You know, I've never had a team. It seems like on a Saturday morning, I've never had a team that performed well
Right.
on a senior night.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know, we got a double header here tonight.
Yep, we do. And then we got a decent crowd here too. So
Absolutely. You know, looks like we got, of course, well, looks like we got some the football and wrestling team on there as well. Of course, baseball traveling out. I know they attended the JV games on Monday.
yes,
And of course, West Carter picking up some wins that afternoon. That's going to be high up, and so runners will hold their position. So it'll be 1-0 here to Allison King, the center fielder. Second pitch in. That one is right
there
in
we
there.
go.
Got her looking on that one, so it's 1-1. And that one's going to be foul tipped off, so 1 ball, 2 strikes here to King. And that one hit toward second.
Okay.
And
there we go. That ends.
Grabs the double play there. Good job by James there to make that tag and kept the run from happening on there as well.
They got in a little slump. It seems like they picked it up.
Yeah, way to finish it off, and not too bad of damage out there with 1 runs, 2 hits, no errors there by the Comets. So we'll take a brief commercial break here, and we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching the 16th Region softball action live here on the Manta Sports Media Network. To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports. The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The drive-in has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. And we're back here at West Carter, and let's take a look now at the starting lineup here for the Comets. There's a little bit incorrect lineup there. We'll get that corrected up here. Thought I had that typed out there, but it must not have saved for us. But batting first is going to be Haley James, number 20, and then batting second is going to be Brandy McGlone. Batting third is going to be Cameron Burton. Batting fourth is going to be Emma McGlone. Batting fifth is going to be Trinity Sammons. Batting sixth, Chloe Lambert. Seventh, and that is a good hit.
Oh, there we go.
That is going to be down, and she made it in time.
All right.
That's a way to start things out there for the Comets.
Yes, it is.
I always like to get that leadoff batter
on base
in there, and so that has got one on for the Comets here in the bottom of the first inning.
Next up, the Lady Comets, number 3, Brandy McGlone.
And so Brandy McGlone up to bat now. Had a grand slam home run, I believe, against the Morgan County Cougars.
Yes, she did.
Picked up her first, team second on the year. I believe it was Cameron Burton picked up a home run earlier on this year.
There she goes.
Yep.
She's up.
And she gets it in there. So it's going to be ball one here to McGlone. And James has got a stolen base here this afternoon.
She leads the team in hits, I'm pretty sure, Jeff. She's fast.
Yeah, because James, she's batting .347. And there's a hit toward second base. That's going to put one away, but that's going to advance the runner over toward third base.
West Carter. Center fielder, number 15, Cameron Burton.
So Cameron Burton up to bat now with runner in scoring position. And first one's going to be ball one.
Come on now.
Burton's batting .370 this year, has a home run, 4 doubles.
Wow.
On the year, so she's done very well.
She has.
Second pitch is going to be high up in the zone, ball 2.
You're right. You don't want nothing we can't hit, baby. It's gone. That's all.
Here's the 2-0 pitch.
There we go.
Hit towards short. And they got the runner out at first, but that ties up the game as James rolls.
Now batting cleanup hitter, number 7, Emma McClone.
So Emma McGlone up to bat now here for the Comets. And first pitch to her is called strike. Emma's had a pretty good year. She's batting .432 here for the Comets.
Wow, that is good.
That's one of those things that you know, if you take a look at the record, it doesn't quite tell the whole story.
No, it don't.
Because I mean, they've been getting hits. I mean, of course, even if you look at runs, first 5-6 games, maybe 1 or 2 runs across that, but they have consistently scored, at least 2 runs.
Yes, they have.
That one's going to be fouled off, so it'll be 1 and 2. The count here to Emma McGlone, the pitcher.
This team, Jeff, throughout the season has gotten better and better and better. And I think it just helps, like you said, they're playing together. No softball last year. You got a lot of girls out here first time playing, so.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. That one's going to be in the dirt, so counts evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to McGlone.
There we go.
Nice hit to short. See if she gets it and barrels it by 1 step. So that's going to retire the side here for the Comets. Ended up picking up 1 run, and that's all they needed
Yes,
to really hang on to everything. So picked up 1 run off of 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Comets. So coming up to bat for the Menifee County Wildcats is going to be the 7, 8, 9 batters in Eversole, Banks, and Stevens. We'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region softball action here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
And we're back here live. It's a 1-1 ball game with tied up at the moment. And so up to bat now here for Menifee County is the third baseman, Eversole. Malia Eversole, her first at bat here this afternoon, and that first one to her is going to be a ball. As we're in the top of the second inning, that one's just a touch high in the zone, so it'll be 2-0 here to Eversole. That was McGlone's 25th pitch here this afternoon. 16 balls, 19 strikes.
That's crazy how softball works, Jeff. There's really no rest, you know.
Yeah, the pitch count is pretty much non-existent at this level.
You'd think it would be.
Yeah, because I mean, in baseball, that's one thing that we were saying that's going to be interesting here this next week for the Comets. Of course, they're playing 2 out-of-state teams. And that one's in there for a strike. They're playing Tulsa and Wayne, and of course, the one that they're not going to want to pitch is Trevor Callahan. They do not want to have him. But if it was softball, these girls can throw 200 pitches or anything else.
It don't matter.
And that's ball 4, so Eversole is going to head down toward first base, and that's going to be bringing up the left fielder, number 29, Banks.
Now batting the left fielder, number 29, Emily Banks.
First pitch in, it's going to be high up, and that is going to send the runner out towards second base. So 1-0 will be the count as Eversole heads out and is now standing on second. Second pitch, that's going to be swung on and missed.
There we go.
So 1-1 the count. That one's going to be just a little bit low. Of course, Emma McGlone leads the Comets in strikeouts. She's got 26 on the year so far.
Wow.
As it's 2-1 here to Banks. It's going to be a bit low, so 3-1 count as McGlone falls down just a touch in this count. Now from the circle. Swung on and missed, and so that's going to be full count now here to Banks. Of course, that's one thing that I always remember, that people that watch softball, you can definitely tell if someone watches softball or not by what they call where the pitcher's at.
Oh, yeah. So the mound, the circle.
Yep.
Yep.
Because sometimes you get somebody that's like, I'm from the mound. And that's going to be ball 4, so that will move the runner over toward third.
Next up for Menifee County, the pitcher, number 32, Lainey Stevens.
So now it's going to be pitcher versus pitcher here with runners on the corners. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning. First one's going to be high up in the zone and ball 1.
There we go.
Nice looking pitch right down the lane. Catches Stevens looking at that one, so it's going to be 1-1. Comets really could use a double play right here to
Yes, they could.
take the load off McGlone, as the runner is going to be advancing on to second on a stolen base. 2-1's going to be the count. And so that should be 3 balls, 1 strike here to the pitcher. Good.
There we go.
Got her swinging on that one. So
that was a good pitch.
Just a little bit of outside or inside out action there on a little bit of the curve. Has full count now here to the pitcher, Stevens. And that's going to be ball 4, and that will walk the bases here loaded once again for the Wildcats. So we're back up to the top of the order once again.
Menifee County, the leadoff hitter, Gracie
Rogers, the shortstop. She's 0 for 1 today. She grounded out to second base in that first inning. First one's going to be a bit high in the zone, so 1 ball, no strikes. with bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the second inning. That's going to be low and inside, ball 2. And that's going to be ball 3. Definitely, you don't want to walk here, run across.
You're good, Seven. Focus in. You're good.
Of course, you know, being a former umpire, usually that 3-0 count.
Yeah.
Anything close in is going to be about a strike here.
Yep.
And that's a good hit.
Yeah, that's a shot.
Right through the gap, and so that's going to bring 1 on. So Menifee County retakes the lead once again. 2-1 here in the top of the second inning.
Stepping in for the Lady Cats, number 21, Bailey Ledford.
And so it was still bases loaded. Bailey Ledford coming up. She had a walk in the first inning, and she scored the first run of the game. And there's a hit toward short. And they're going to get the out there, but another run is going to score here. So they get the runner at third, but that's going to put the second run of the evening across home plate.
Meadows.
And that's a decent hit to center, to second, but that's going to be an infield fly. So runner's going to hold at second and third as batter is out on the infield fly rule. Yeah, because with batters on first and second, that infield fly prevents them from dropping the ball and get an easy double play there. So that's going to be 2 outs here for the Wildcats. And that's going to be ball 1.
In the batter's box for Menifee County, number 9, Annabelle Smith.
That's going to be foul ball, so it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike here to Smith. So 2 outs, top of the second. 3-1, Menifee County leads. There's a hit there, and that one just barely outside of the glove reach there, and that's going to score 2 for Menifee on the single there by Smith.
Now batting the first baseman, Gabrielle Jones.
Go, Gabby!
So Gabby Jones up to bat now for Menifee County. And that's going to make the runner go to second base off that first pass ball.
Way to watch it there, Gabby girl.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, them pop-ups, they're easy, but so much pressure.
Absolutely. You sit there and you look at them all day.
There we go, there's a strike.
Yeah, so 1 ball, 1 strike here to Jones. She had a walk earlier on in the first inning. That's going to be low, and they're going to advance the run over to third, and no run there. Or no, they're just going to let her advance on. So it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike here to Jones. Smith is going to be on third base. Still 2 away here.
There we go.
Swung on and missed, so that's going to be even up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Gabby Jones. A little bit of pressure now as the batter, you know, you got to like it, but you can't let it catch the corner.
Yep.
And that's going to be a full count now here once again for McGlone, as it is 3 balls, 2 strikes.
There we go.
On a miss, and that's a way to finish out an inning there.
Yeah.
Catches Jones swinging, and so that is going to be number 27 on the year for McGlone. And so that's going to be 4 runs off of 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Menifee County Wildcats. Coming up to bat now for the Comets is going to be Salmons, Lambert, and Atkins. And so we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region softball action here on the Manta Sports Media Network. To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports. The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
And we're back here at West Carter Middle School, where it is 5-1 in favor of the Menifee County Wildcats. Trinity Salmons up to bat now. First pitch, and that is a pop up there toward us short, and that's going to be 1 away here for the Comets. And so Chloe Lambert, the catcher.
Catcher, number 23, Chloe Lambert.
She's batting 286 this year, so she's batting the local area code. Or not area code, but not the zip, but the prefix, I guess you can say.
Yes.
As first pitch is in the dirt, it'll be ball 1.
I was telling my kids about that. They was shocked.
Once again in the dirt. And of course, I remember a long time ago, now this dates me, used to whenever we made local phone calls, you just dialed 6.
Yep. I remember that. Yep, you just dialed 6. There we go.
There's
a hit.
Down first and through the gap. So Lambert has got a single here this afternoon, hitting it in the gap between first and second.
Yeah, opposite field, too.
And so that's going to be bringing up Kinley Atkins. She's batting .231 on the year.
The first baseman, number 12, Kinley Atkins.
So runner on, 1 out here for the Comets.
Thanks for you, Judd.
And that's going to be a hit batsman. So that's going to put runners on first and second as caught her in the back of the calf.
Hey, take it any way we can get it, right, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely.
I always did, and I played. I wasn't no good at the bat. If I got hit, I was happy.
Lean in and be like, hey, well, that increases up my on-base average.
Exactly.
Emily Henderson.
So the senior, Emily Henderson, of course, senior night, and we assume that they'll be honoring her. We have the film of the tennis senior night, as that's going to be fouled off, which we'll show that here at the conclusion of this game, and then hopefully we'll try to get the senior night live here for the softball. As the chant of biscuit going on in the crowd here this afternoon. And that's going to be fouled off down the third base line, so it's going to be 0-2 here to Henderson. Of course, definitely beautiful afternoon today.
Yes,
I think
it
it's
is.
86 degrees. You can tell a lot of the Comet players going sleeveless this afternoon, as that's high up in the zone, and that's they're going to hold the runners there at first and second. So 1-2 here to Henderson. It's going to be swung on and missed, so Henderson goes down swinging here in the bottom of the second. And that'll be 2 away for the Comets. And now batting ninth is going to be the right fielder, number 10, Porter.
Courtesy runner, 44 for 23.
So pinch runner coming out as Laney Reynolds coming out to run now for Lambert. Of course, that's always the fun part of being the catcher. You know, if you're out there getting in the later part of the inning, you got to get that gear on. And that first one swung on a miss, strike one, so it's 0-1 here to Porter. And that just misses inside, so 1 ball, 1 strike here to Porter. That's going to be swung on, but that's going to be a pass ball, and that will advance the runners on to second and third.
Scoring position, here we go.
Absolutely.
Ducks are on the pond, we just need to bring them home, Jeff.
So they got 1 and 2 on the count, or 2-2, I believe umpire just said, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's a hit, and that's going to be a foul ball. So Lambert's on third. Atkins is at second, Reynolds is at third. Atkins is at second. And that one's going to be in the dirt, so.
2-2.
2-2's the count that we have, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's going to be high up in the zone, so 3 balls, 1 strike here to Porter. Definitely a tough situation to lay off one right here, especially if it's in, but that is going to be ball 4, and so the Wildcats have just walked the bases loaded. And coming up to bat now is going to be the leadoff hitter, Haley James. She had a single in that first inning, got a run as well as a stolen base, so definitely need another hit like that again, possibly to cut into this Wildcat lead.
Yes, we do, Jeff.
One more out, Menifee.
There we go.
Nice hit
Shot.
the gap.
Heck yeah.
That should score 2. As it's going to be a single, but 2 come across the plate. And so that cuts into that lead just a little bit more. So Reynolds ends up scoring from third. Lambert ends up scoring from second. Porter stays on second base, and then James is at first, and that's going to be bringing up the left fielder, Brandy McGlone. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon, grounded to second in her first at bat in that second inning. Good eye. Take a look. Ball 1.
Got a ladder with you, solid? 2 or 3. I got one up. What I figured.
So runners on first and second, 2 out here for the Comets in the bottom of the second inning. That's a hit, and that's going to be to short. They're going to try to get the runner over at first, and that is going to be in time. And so that is going to be it for the Comets here in the second inning, as that finished off on a 6-3 out. So that puts 2 across on the board, 2 runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and two left on base for the Comets. And so coming up for the Wildcats is going to be the 6, 7, 8 batters in King, Eversole, and Banks. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region softball action here on the Manta Sports Media Network.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports.
Allison King.
Here in the top of the third inning, Menifee County leads 5-3 against the Comets here, and the center fielder, number 10, King, is up to bat. As there's a little chopper to the shortstop. Throw over toward first is out, a little bit over top, out of the range, and so that's going to put a single on there for King. And that's one thing, as we were kind of talking during the break, it is a little bit of a difference when you get out there.
Yeah, it is. It's a hard throw from short to first.
Leah Eversole.
So Leah Eversole has a walk and a run and a stolen base on the afternoon, as first pitch to her is called a ball. So 1-0 here to Eversole with a runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning. And this is going to be a 7-inning game. We'll have to take a look for the second one. And that one's in the zone right there, so it's going to be a strike. Catches are looking, so it's 1-1. And I said we'll have to see if it's going to be a 7-inning or a 5-inning. We'll get that information during the break in between there. And just barely misses low on that, so 2-1's the count.
2-1.
And that's up high in the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. That was McGlone's 60th pitch. 36 balls, 24 strikes. And it's one of those things, a lot of times, people say, there's
There we go.
Right there, get it to a full count. But a lot of people's like, you got to throw strikes, but yet you throw strikes, they're going to get hits off of those.
Yep, they are.
Well, and as these pitchers are going to get better, too, they're going to be throwing harder. And
There we go.
Strikeout number 28 of the year for McGlone, and her second here on the afternoon.
That's awesome. She's down 3-1, came back, struck her out. It's awesome.
Exactly what you like to see from your pitcher.
Yes.
Kelly Banks.
So Kelly Banks up to bat now, 8th overall batter batting.
Ooh.
And so that's a pass ball, and that is will advance King on to second.
She was sitting over, she's moved. She's like, I can't take this. She's stressed.
Second one just a fuzz right below the knees, so 2 balls, no strikes. There's a hit up toward short. Try to get it over to third.
Wow.
And
I thought that was.
And it's called safe at third.
It looked like to me it was out, Jeff, but Blue had a better view.
Yep. And we're right behind the
home plate
umpire, and
there we go.
So that has runner on the corners, and first pitch here to Stevens, the pitcher, is a strike.
Foul ball.
So 0-2 early here to the pitcher, Stevens. And swung on a miss. So that's 2 away, 2 strikeouts here this inning for McGlone.
Jeff, seems like the crowd keeps getting bigger and bigger.
It's one of those things, with COVID, we haven't seen a whole lot of people out, but
no.
Like I said, they've been rolling in here more and more. Of course, I think they have a maybe a middle school game or something across the road, or there's some kind of tournament happening somewhere. I don't know if it's where or when that's happening. Sometimes you hear things that's like, know something's going on. It's 2 balls and no strike here to the leadoff batter, and Gracie Rogers, the shortstop.
No, you're good. Go ahead, Mom.
And so that's going to be an intentional walk.
Now batting number 21, Bailey Ledford.
All right, Bailey. Good hit, darling.
So that's going to put bases loaded. That's going to be a foul ball, so it'll be 0-1 here to Ledford. So with 2 outs, all they have to do is focus on whichever is going to be the easiest base they can get to. There's a good pitch there. So 2-0 is the count from McGlone.
She is really warming up this inning, Jeff.
Well, with 2 strikeouts already this inning, she's looking for that third. I'm pretty sure she's going to hit 30 strikeouts on the season this year. And there's a hit toward third.
There we go.
And Henderson steps on the base, and that's going to be it for the Wildcats. As King tries to advance on, but she gets forced out there, and so that is it. No runs off of 3 hits and 3 left on base, so they finally got themselves out of a little bit of a jam there to hold them scoreless in the inning, and that's exactly what they need to do.
Yes,
so
they did.
Heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's 5-3. Menifee County still on top, 5 runs off of 8 hits, 6 left on base for them, and Wes Carter's got 3 runs off of 3 hits. And 2 left on base for them. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region softball action live here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In. And back here at West Middle, where we're heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Cameron Burton, the center fielder, is going to be up to bat. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon, but does have an RBI as she grounded to short in that 1st inning. So West Carter holding the Wildcats scoreless in their top of the inning, and first pitch to her is going to be pass ball, but it'll be ball one. As we'll get that lineup off of there and get the scoreboard back on. So 1-0. It's going to be inside, ball two.
You got it. You got it, Lane.
As we said, Burton's one of the two Lady Comets with home runs on the year. She hit that one about mid-season, I think, and she's batting .370 so far in the year. So, I mean, not too awful bad.
She's got a good eye, Jeff.
Yep, takes that ball three, so 3-0's the count.
Lock it, Cammy.
And that's ball four on 4 straight pitches. Burton heads on down to first base.
It's a good way to start the inning.
Absolutely. As you said, get the runners on any way that you possibly can. And so now up to bat is going to be the pitcher, number 7, Emma McGlone.
Emma McGlone.
First pitch to her is going to be high up, holding Burton at first, and so it's going to be 1 ball, no strikes here to the pitcher McGlone. So another pitcher's duel. Usually this is one of the toughest outs that you have to get because you know, you're thinking like a pitcher the whole time.
Yeah.
That's going to be in the dirt, pass ball, and so Burton will be heading on to second base as the count goes to 2-0. Burton now on second base.
There you go, Laney.
Good hit toward second, and that is going to be another single here for the Comets as McGlone gets that one hit toward second baseman and gets that very well hit.
Yeah, we got them on the corners now, no outs.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Trinity Salmons.
So Trinity Salmon's now up to bat for the Comets. She's 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
There we go.
Hit there to shortstop. And the ball has been dropped, so everybody's as that scores another one for the Comets.
Come on now. 5. You got a face mask on.
As they're checking to make sure that I think it was Rogers went down with that one.
Yeah.
But McGlone breaks up a potential double play as well as gets the single there for Salmons.
23, Chloe Lambert.
So Chloe Lambert up to bat now. She's 1 for 1 with a single to right field. And that's going to be a hit batsman, and you can tell that that one smarted a little bit as she took that one right in the thigh.
Yep. Tell that one hurt a little bit.
Courtesy runner.
There we go, courtesy runner for the catcher.
That probably get
that's the advantage of being the catcher.
Absolutely. You know, not only do you get your equipment all on there, you can get a little bit of a breather before having to squat back behind that plate again.
Yes, sir. I was a catcher, and I used to love that.
And that's going to be a ball and pass ball, and that will advance on the runners, and that is going to be
a tie ball game, Jeff.
I know, we have moved it on. So as that puts another one on, so it is 5-5 now here at West Carter.
No outs.
And nobody out, still bottom of the third inning. And so that's going to be 2-0 here to Kenley Atkins. Runners are at second and third. That one, you could definitely hear that thud right there.
Crowd's getting into it a little bit.
As that loads the bases once again here for the Comets.
This right here is our senior. What's her name again, Jeff?
Emily Henderson.
The third baseman, number 21, Emily Henderson.
She's also a cheerleader. Of course, man, usually when you cheer, you know, this is about the only other sport you can play.
Exactly. I tell you what, sports nowadays, it seems like they're year-round. It's like our football team out there doing weightlifting. They got 6 kids now. It's in the 1,000-pound club. Harley Estep doing a great job at strength and conditioning coach. Wow, there's a shot
towards short, and that is it. Yep, that is it. And so that's going to be an error on the third baseman, and that will put the leading run there for the Comets.
You know, these girls need that.
Absolutely. Get that little bit of a feel of being in lead, and you know that's going to make McGlone feel so much more comfortable.
Oh, yes. And like I said, having this big crowd tonight.
As first pitch here toward Porter's called strike one. But yeah, definitely, you know, they need this motivation, especially going into the district play. That's going to be a foul tip, so it's going to be 0-2, and still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. Of course, they had a pretty decent game when they went down to Menifee County and had to play Morgan County.
Yeah.
I mean, that was only a few run difference in that, and I mean,
and they was unprepared for that. They was unaware of that. They went down there and they had to play them first.
That makes a big difference, you know, especially, you know.
There we go, shot right up the middle.
That's going to score 2 here for West Carter as Porter gets a single. Hits that one right to the gap there in short, and that scores Reynolds and Atkins. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, and that's going to be Haley James. And she's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles, 2 RBIs, a run, and a stolen base.
Wow.
Come on, 2-0, walk in right here.
His first pitch going to be a little bit high in the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. So you got Henderson and Porter out there on first and second. Still nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes here to Haley James.
There we go. There's a hit.
Toward second. Bob it. And she does get it there just in time to get James out, but that advances the runners on to second and third. And so now that's going to be bringing up the left fielder, number 3, Brandon McGlone. She's 0 for 2 on the afternoon, but been having a pretty good year, batting .341 before this game.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, I mean, you was talking earlier, it's so hard to hit a softball. There we go. It's a shot.
First, but she picks it up, and that's going to be 2 away as they try to get the double play at second. So McGlone just gets forced out. And so that's going to be bringing up Cameron Burton. So they batted around the batting order 1 time as Burton's back up again. And that's going to be inside, ball 1. Of course, 2 outs here for the Comets.
There we go.
Hit toward third base. They're going to try to get the force out at first. And that is going to be it for the Comets, but the damage has been done.
Good comeback.
Absolutely.
The bats are hot.
And they have been most of the season.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about West Carter is that sometimes they may only get one shot, one look a game.
Yeah.
But here in the later half of the season, they have definitely been turning it up.
Yes, they have.
So that's a 5-run inning for the Comets off of 4 hits, no errors, and 1 error, I should say, and 2 left on base by the Comets. That's going to be bringing up the 3, 4, and 5 batters in Meadows, Smith, and Jones for the Menifee County Wildcats. So we will take a break, and we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region softball action here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In. And we're back here at West Middle, where first pitch here to Meadows is swung on a miss, and that's going to be strike one. Of course, if you're interested, take a look at the Greenup Beacon as West Carter is playing Russell. As that's a shot towards second. James can't get a hold of that one, and that is going to be a single there for Meadows. Of course, West Carter is leading at the moment 2-1 against the Russell Red Devils in baseball.
Annabelle Smith.
So Annabelle Smith up to bat now. She's 2 for 2 on the afternoon with 2 singles and 3 RBIs. That's going to be ball inside, but that'll be a pass ball, and that will advance the runner-up. So it'll be 1-0 count. And, of course, good to see Hank Bond with the Greenup Beacon getting that information there where West Carter is leading the Russell Red Devils 2-1.
That's good.
And we'll try to get that shared to our page here momentarily. Tried to share it there, and Facebook's got a little bit of a problem as that one's hit to short. Good job by Sammons to hold on to that, to not allow it to go through the gap.
That was good fielding, yes. She was a tough situation there to make the throw, though. Backhanded that. That was good.
Yeah, way to keep that in play, because that's what you have to do. It's like, if you can't get the out, at least don't let them advance on. So the first baseman now, number 31, Jones, is there, and first pitch to her is going to be called strike one. So we got runners at first and second here in the top of the 4th inning. Nobody out just yet here for the Comets, and that one swung on and missed, strike two. Of course, Trevor Callahan hit his 3rd home run of the season.
Wow.
His first one was a grand slam, and then he hit another one the other night, and then picked up another one. That's a little chopper there. They get the throw to first and get the first one out here of the inning.
I tell you what, Trevor Callahan's having an amazing year. He's such a sweet kid, hard-working.
Well, and I mean, and advancing on to Morehead State, I mean, that's a great program.
It is.
Over there.
It is.
And they're going to be very lucky to have him.
Oh yeah, he's great in academics. He's good inside the school too. It's on and off the field.
And there's a little pop up there towards second, and that's going to be 2 away. Good job by James to get over there and grab the little pop up there from King. And so that's going to be 2 away, and that's going to be bringing up the third baseman, number 17, Eversole. She's 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run.
There we go.
First call is going to be looking strike 1.
Number 17, Malia Eversole.
Tell you, the Commons definitely would like to have a 5-run inning followed by holding scoreless in the next inning. Of course, that's 0-2 now here to Eversole. So Malia Eversole, as we said, she's 0 for 1 on the day.
Strike 3.
3 straight pitches, gets the strikeout to retire the side. And so it doesn't get any better than that. And so that is no runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base here for Menifee County. And so coming up for West Carter is going to be McGlone, Sammons, and Lambert, the 4, 5, and 6 batters. And we'll take a brief break, and we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region Softball Action live here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
All righty, back here again at West Carter. Of course, score still 2-1 there at Russell. They're in the 4th inning. So West Carter having a very good night, continuing that winning streak out there as well, because they've had a fantastic season. It was terrible that they had a 12-game layoff there, due to COVID situation, but they're back on top again. Battled some tough teams in Round County and Ashland, and I was pretty competitive there for a little bit. And so now here for West Carter is going to be the pitcher, number 7, Emily Malone, and that is a
shot down deep left field. Looks like she's turning 1, going to 2. Got a double on that, Jeff.
Absolutely, as that one headed back toward the fence on a nice frozen rope there toward left field.
I think she's just like an old ATV. It's code nature. You just got to get her going.
Now, once you get going, I mean, she's had a good year, batting .432 on the year, having a very good season. And the best part is that where there is only you hate to say only one senior. So there's a little chopper toward third, and that is going to be in there for Sammons. So that's going to put runners on first and second base with McGlone and Sammons as we're here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody out here just yet, and coming up to bat now is the number 6 batter, the catcher, number 23, Chloe Lambert. That was in sync there with the
It
announcer
was.
here. And that's going to be low. They're going to hold the runners at first and second.
Swing around here. No, sir.
So 1-0 is the count to Lambert. And that's going to be
good
high up. 2-0.
That breeze feels good, don't it, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely. It's good, that's called strike. It's one of those that when you get out here, the sun was beating right down on us to start out with, and now, we got the shade coming in.
Breeze and the dust.
Can't beat that. Of course, the equipment's going to have to be dusted off after it's all over with. And that's going to be a hit batsman, and that will load the bases as that one bounced off the dirt, and that is going to put the pond full of ducks. Of course, you can't have a pond full of ducks.
No.
Or duck full of ponds.
Yeah, there you go. We got courtesy runner in for the catcher.
Yep, that's going to be Laney Reynolds.
Yep.
Number 12, Kinley Atkins.
And so Kinley Atkins, she's been unfortunate, hit twice today, but she's scored 2 runs off of those being hit twice.
Good eye.
As that first one's in there for ball 1.
Hey, like I said, Jeff, you take it any way you can get it.
Oh, absolutely, and plus scoring the 2 runs off of that. It's an error when you get hit by the pitch, by the pitcher. But if you can capitalize on that and make them, put it on the scoreboard.
Yes.
That's when it really makes that big difference. So as we said, 2-0 here to Atkins. Bases loaded. That's going to be ball 3.
It's usually the best count you got when you're up the plate.
Absolutely. If there's something that you can't resist, you
Yep.
can go. Because both the boys and the girls, baseball and softball's had a grand slam this year.
Yep.
And it's going to be in there for a called strike 1.
Right up the middle. There you go, baby girl.
Fans definitely having a good time here this afternoon.
Yes, they are.
And that's going to be swung on and missed, strike 2 on the pitch in the dirt. So full count here to Atkins.
You got some Comet pride out here tonight, Jeff.
Absolutely. That is Stevens' 60th pitch. She split him right down the middle, 30 balls, 30 strikes.
There we go.
Nice little chopper there.
There we go. Bobbed it.
Yep.
Got a run. There we go. We'll take it.
Going to put 1 in off of the air there from the short.
Hey, what's that 9-5? I got to think I'm going to read
And so that's going to be bringing up the senior, Emily Henderson.
Third baseman, number 21, Emily Henderson.
And base is still loaded here for the Comets.
Let's go, Menifee!
As it is the Dolly Parton scorer out there at the moment. It is 9-5.
9-5. There we go. Nice shot. Deep left field.
That's going to
Get down.
is coming around, and
There we go.
she did not get the ball in the glove on there. She kept it in her offhand, and that's going to score 2 for the Comets.
And we got what? No outs?
Still no outs.
Wow. Awesome. Love it.
As that was a nice frozen rope shot there by Emily Henderson.
It's on senior night, too. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Jordan Porter.
And so that's going to be runners at first and second here for Porter. As it is now 11-5. First ball, pitch to Porter's a ball. Porter's 1 for 1 today. She had a single in the 3rd inning and a walk in the second. As that one is going to be caught looking there, and it's going to be 1-1 here to Porter. So still nobody out, and Wes Carter now with a 6-run lead definitely something that they need at this moment.
Yes, they do.
And that one, nice little breaking ball there, and so that's going to be 1 and 2 here to Porter.
There we go.
Nice
little
hopper. Middle, and that is going to hit through the gap, and that is going to score another one. As Atkins scores off of that hit. Henderson's going to hold at second.
Get hit, Jordan. Let him make contact with you. You good?
And that's going to be bringing up the top of the order again with Haley James. That's the Comets' 12th hit so far this afternoon. James 2 for 3 on the afternoon with 2 RBIs and a run. That's going to be high up in the zone, so 1 ball, no strike here to James. Still nobody out here for the Comets. As West have scored in every inning so far, 1, 2, 5, and 4 so far here in this one. That's going to be 2-0 count now here to James. He's got 2 singles and then grounded out there in the 3rd inning to second base. Advanced the runners at that time period, but got the out.
There we go.
There's a shot up toward the middle, and that is going to be in there for a single. As West Carter's definitely starting to feel it here this afternoon.
Yes, they are. They deserve it. They are playing well.
And so that's going to be bringing up the left fielder, number 3, Brandy McGlone. She's 0 for 3 on the afternoon. She's grounded to first, second, and short. You know, you don't want to go for the cycle in that way.
Right.
But you know, bound to have a hit somewhere in her pocket here, as that one's in the dirt, ball 1. Of course, base is still loaded full of Comets, nobody out. That's going to be swung on and miss, strike 1. So Brandon McGlone, typically a .341 hitter, struggling a little bit here this afternoon, but you know, when everybody else starts hitting, you know, sometimes it does put a little bit of the pressure on you.
It does. It does. I've been there.
I still remember the one time, actually we played Menifee County on senior night in basketball. I think it was my junior year. And they threw every play my way because I was the last one to score to get the entire team to score. And, I mean, the pressure every time you got the ball, it's like, I've got to get this in, I've got to get this in.
Right.
The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt, so it's going to be evened up now at 2 apiece. Of course, West Carter's going to be having field day tomorrow after a week of testing and everything.
Well, good. They deserve it.
Nice hit there toward third, and that's off the glove. And that's not going to be playable, and so that's going to put Henderson across the plate for another hit there, and another run for West Carter.
Just having a good night for senior night.
Absolutely, picking up a run there and had that nice hit there to keep things rolling on.
That was a shot to left field.
Up to the plate for West Carter, center fielder number 15, Cameron Burton.
So Cameron Burton coming up as West Carter takes a 13-5 lead. And that one's going to be in there for strike 1. Burton's 0 for 2 today. She grounded out to short twice and also had a walk there in that big 3rd inning that they had. But she does have an RBI and a run underneath her belt as well. That's high up in the zone, so 1-1. And still nobody out here for the Comets in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's going to be in the dirt, so 2-1. Stevens thrown 78 pitches since she throwed 60 in the last 18. It's been 10 balls, or no, 8 balls and 10 strikes. But that one's in there for another ball, so she's about to even back up again, as it is now 3-1 here to Cameron Burton.
There we go, to shot right in the gut.
That's going to should score 2 for the Comets. As Burton going to be heading for second, and she is in there with a double up the middle. So that scores Porter and James. And so now it's going to be the
pitcher versus pitcher.
Pitcher versus pitcher again, as the Comets score 2 more on that one, and it's 15-5.
Good
so
shot.
Up toward the gap once again. That's going to score 2 more here for the Comets off of the McGlone single. She was 2 for 3 already on the day, and count that now, she's 3 for 4. As she picks up another 2-run single here. And so now that's going to be bringing up the shortstop, number 11, Salmons. And they're going to call a timeout here. We may have a pitching change, possibly. I don't know. Right now, she looks like she's talking to her out there, trying to get her settled down because she's given up 9 runs here in this inning alone.
It's like the wheels have fell off, Jeff.
And a lot of times for a pitcher, it seems like once that slippery slope gets hit, it was that 3rd inning is really what's done it. But the coach is having faith in her hurler and Stevens, and so is going to leave her in. As Wes Carter just has a runner on first base, nobody out, and has a 12-run lead at 17-5.
There we go.
There's a little chopper there. And I think if she would have let that one roll just a touch further, that would have been foul.
Yeah.
But instead, picks up a single. Keeps the Wes Carter train rolling here this afternoon, and Chloe Lambert's up now for the Comets.
Chloe Lambert.
She's 1 for 1 today. She singled out to right in the 2nd inning, and then she's had 2 hit-by pitches as well. This time she hits it herself, and that is going to be safe as the shortstop holds on to it. Was trying to think about getting McGlone, but ends up holding it on, and so... And we're going to get Reynolds back out there for Lambert.
Batting first baseman, number 12, Kenley Atkins.
So Kenley Atkins, 1 for 1 today. She had a single earlier on this inning to short, hit by a pitch 2 other times.
Yeah.
And that one's a dead ball, and she's hit by a pitch again.
Again, I tell you what, she's a tough kid. She's one of our water girls out there for the football team. She's good.
May need to borrow some of the pads here to have her this afternoon, because that is the 3rd hit by pitch there on Kenley Atkins, as that scores in another run there for the Comets. And back up to the senior again, Emily Henderson again here. She's 2 for 3 on the day, as that one bounces off the plate and be ball 1 here to Henderson. As base is still loaded and still nobody out. Comets have scored 10 runs this inning. High and inside, so it'll be 2 balls, no strikes here to Henderson. She's got three RBIs today.
Wow, that's good.
Of course, that frozen rope, I think, drove in 2 of them here a little bit earlier this inning. That one's in the dirt, so 3-0 is the count here to Henderson.
Go, Laney.
You got it, Laney. You're all right.
Come on, 21, you got this.
And That is going to be low and ball 4, and so that will put another run across the plate.
There you go, Candy.
I heard Coach Daniel Barker's voice. He is out here supporting the softball players. That's nice.
Absolutely. Having a good year himself, of course, you know, fantastic football season.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of support out here. It's great.
So Porter's back up to bat again. This is the 14th batter this inning as she swings on that one and misses. Strike 1.
The batter's box for West Carter, number 10, Jordan Porter.
Jordan Porter's 2 for 2 today. Had a walk in the second inning and then singles in the third and then earlier in this fourth as that one's in the dirt once again. So it'll be 1-1. Of course, you know, speaking of Daniel, I guess he's of course, with your mom retiring, you know, Karen Atkins, nice hit there.
Wow, that's a shot right in the left
and that's
center.
going to bring on 2. Zach Stevens going to score this one. And that is going to be it and game as the 15-run Mercy rule has been put into effect off of that single. And so Zach Stevens comes in with Laney Reynolds, and that is going to be it here for the Comets and the Wildcats in Game 1 of this doubleheader. And so fantastic game there by the Comets and their first varsity win.
That's awesome.
And that's exactly what they needed to
These
have.
girls have worked hard all year, and they need that.
But of course, I was mentioning a little bit earlier. Of course, you know, with Karen Tackett retiring, you know, she'll have a little bit more time with the grandkids and everything else. And definitely would like to congratulate the new principal out coming up there as well, Kristen Bledsoe. So she's going to do a fantastic job out there.
Yeah, Kristen's a good girl, and Mom, she's well overdue.
Well, I remember, I always tell the story, she was the one that got me out there at the Tech Center when Karen took the job as the principal out there at the Carter County Career and Technical Center.
Okay.
They were down an IT teacher, and she goes, yeah, you're pretty good with technology and everything. You want to come out here and help us out a little bit? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
Well, that's awesome.
And then it seemed like I was out there while she was out there, and then I think there was a year that I stayed out there once again, and then after she came back to West, and then here I came in and was on top of that as well, and followed her back to West Carter.
Right. No, she's had fun. She loves what she does, but she's ready. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things, especially after this year. I think any teacher that's near retiring age.
It's been hard on her. It's the COVID's been hard on all teachers. You all put the work in and having to do Google Classroom. I know because I had 2 of my own. You know, it was hard for me to try to help them do that. I couldn't imagine, you know, grandparents out there raising small children. You know, it's just
absolutely
very, very hard.
Well, even for teachers that we had kids of our own in there.
Yeah.
You know, I was, you know, making lessons for my students there, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, well, I got to help my, you know, a 4th grader, and now I got to help my 8th grader, and then, you know, then I have my own daughter in my class, and it's like, well.
Well, I had court. I had to do all my court in Zooms, and then I was doing the same thing. So it was real. It's challenged everybody around.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that we're kind of getting back to a good position that we have here now. Well, we'll take a brief commercial break, and we'll come back with some final stats here. Your final score once again here finishing it out in 4 innings. West Carter 20, Menifee County 5. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region softball action here on the Mantis Sports Media Network. To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at West Middle where West Carter wins in a mercy rule 20-5. Taking a look here at some final stats, and then we'll take a brief break as we get reset back up here for game 2 here on the afternoon. Haley James, 3 for 4 the afternoon with 2 runs and 2 RBIs, 1 stolen base. Brandon McGlone was 1 for 4 with 1 run and 1 RBI. Cameron Burton was 1 for 3 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. Emma McGlone was 3 for 4 with 3 runs and 2 RBIs. Trinity Salmons was 3 for 4 with 3 runs and 1 RBI. Chloe Lambert was 2 for 2 with 4 runs. She got hit twice there. And then Kinley Atkins was 1 for 1 on the afternoon with 3 runs. She was hit 3 times, Chloe was hit 3 times, and Kinley got away with only 2 hits this here today, or hit by a pitch. Then Emily Henderson, the senior, was 2 for 3 on the day with 1 run and 4 RBIs. And then Jordan Porter was 3 for 3 with 1 run and 4 RBIs. Of course, the winning pitcher here today, Emma McGlone, picks up her first victory here. Within 4 innings, ended up only giving up 5 runs, 4 strikeouts, and 6 walks here. Of course, one of those being an intentional walk, and only 87 pitches here on the afternoon. So great pitching job there by Emma McGlone, as well as the fielding from West Carter to keep those runs off the board.
Yes.
Because Menifee County did threaten there several times.
They did the first and second inning. They came out hot, and our girls behind Emma really backed her up there.
Absolutely. Only giving up 5 runs in those first 2 innings. Then held them scoreless in 3 and 4. And then, of course, that 3rd inning, that was the Lady Comets starting off point as they were down 5-3. Ended up getting 5 runs to put themselves up by 3 runs. And then that 4th inning finished that off there with 12 runs and still didn't have anybody out there at the end. And so, of course, being the home team, once you hit that 15 run in 4 innings, that is it.
That's it.
Well, we will take a brief break here as we get things ready to roll here for the next game and get everything else all set up here. So for Jeff Irwin and Justin Tackett, glad to have you out here today, and we'll be back here with you momentarily again. And then, like I said, we'll also be airing the softball, hopefully the softball senior night.
Yes.
And then we'll also have the tennis. We'll get that on the computer here and air it up during that second game as well.
Okay.
So God bless you all, and we'll see you all here again momentarily. West Carter wins 20-5 here at West Carter Middle School. So we will see you here momentarily on the Manta Sports Media Network.